Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of a Nation Wave, and this is day one of the June daily draws. So, as we close out the weekend and approach a new week, let's see what message we get. And we've got two new decks for the tarot. We've got the Good Fortune Tarot, and the Oracle card is the Seasons of the Witch Litha Oracle. Because later this month we have Litha, Midsummer, and so those are the decks. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we are. The Ten of Wands. Maybe what we're working on is a big project, and maybe we've been doing a lot of work involved with it, and maybe we felt the weight of that literally at some times on our shoulders. But look, we may be near the finishing point on something that we've been creating. Look what we've done so far. And it's just the last bit that perhaps is what we're trying to accomplish. And sometimes that last bit is the one that's the hardest to do. It's when something's almost complete, but we've got to go that little bit extra just to do the completion. Sometimes, because of all the other stuff we've done beforehand, we're getting a bit weary. We're getting a bit tired with the process. And that's why it's important to pace ourselves. And maybe we haven't been doing that. Maybe that's something we have to bear in mind for future endeavors, to pace ourselves, and also to be careful not to take too much responsibility on all at once. Maybe that's something we need to consider. Maybe we need to consider that, we don't necessarily have to do this alone. We can have assistance. Or if that's difficult to obtain, maybe there's another way that we can do it more efficiently that isn't so tiring for us. So maybe we need to look at when we're working, when we're doing our creative endeavors, to try be as efficient as possible and to do what we need to do and not take on surplus responsibilities. And certainly not to take on responsibilities that are really belonging to other people. And because we've got enough on our own plate. Yes, we want to help people and support people where necessary, but not to an extreme where we take on everything or too much of it on the top of what we're already dealing with. And that gives us a burdensome load to carry. So that's maybe something that we need to be careful of too, taking on too much or taking on things that really are not for us to take on. I mean, when we're helping and supporting other people, maybe we should be helping and support them to take their own responsibilities and to fulfill their own responsibilities. Encourage them, give them advice, give them a little bit of support now and again, but encourage them to have the confidence to do what they need to do, and because that will help their growth, and that's a good way to support someone else. So yes, be supportive, but don't do the job for them when it's theirs to do. Is probably an important message there for us. So, but what this is that, yes, there are times when we feel as if almost we're carrying the weight of the world, and necessarily should we really be doing that by ourselves? But maybe we do take on that, and we have to be careful. Maybe there's some things we have to lay down for a while in order to fulfill the things we need to out of necessity. Get that done first. Maybe prioritizing is something that we need to look at in order to get the job finished. Maybe other things are slowing us down, unnecessary things, and maybe that's what we need to look at. So as we start this month, as we close out this weekend and approach the new week, let's look at the way that we do things. Because is it the most efficient? Is it the best way that we're doing it? Or are we putting unnecessary burdens upon ourselves? Maybe that's a question that we were to ask as we start this month. And if the answer is yes, and it's perfectly natural that we do these things, sometimes it's something that we do. It's part of being human. We needn't sort of like beat ourselves up about it. It's just a fact of life that's what sometimes happens with us. So we need to check that. We need to perhaps endeavor to be a bit more focused and a bit more selective about how we go about things and what we take on. And maybe that's what the message of the 10 of Wands is here today. Okay, let's have a look at the Oracle card. Scavenger hunt. So how does that relate to that? What you thought was hidden is hiding in plain sight. And maybe the solution to this, taking on a lot or trying to work more efficiently and with less burden upon ourselves, a better way of doing things. And maybe the answer to that is in plain sight. Maybe, we think we can't see another way of doing it, but maybe there is a way and we just need to look in the right direction. Maybe it's been there all the while. It's in plain sight and it may be something that we should be seeing, but maybe we haven't. So maybe we need to be a little bit more aware of our surroundings, our situation, because maybe the solution to what we're doing or how we're doing it may actually be right there in front of our eyes. We just need to look in the right way to be able to see it. And I think that's what this Oracle card is saying. And this will help us as we complete our projects, just to look at that there may be a way to do this that's better. And it may not be hidden. It may be in plain sight. We're just not looking in the right place. So let's be a bit more aware and let it reveal itself to us. And then we'll be able to perhaps have the answer to how to go about things better. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 2. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.